Lagyan ng new paint ang bahay dito. Mahal kasi nga mas mahal dito yung labor, very expensive. So kami lang gumawa. So binili namin tong bahay mga 6 years ago. So ito yung original paint niya. So ang ginawa namin, kasi makikita mo yung side ng wall, diba? There's bubbles. So you scrape yung bad side of the paint. So you don't need to scrape everything. Cut yung ano lang, yung mga bad. So we scraped it, and then my husband sanded. And then if you see some holes, you put caulk. Para siyang white paste, and then you just like put it with the holes. So you fill the holes, and then of course he's done it first, so it's smooth. Then now I'm putting a primer. So I'm gonna show you. This side has no primer yet, but in the other side has primer. So I'll show you guys. My neighbor is mowing the grass, so it's kinda noise. So yan, this is the primer. That's not the real paint yet. So I primed the one I scraped. So I'm gonna show you the whole house. So there. Already primed that side. Prime this side and that side. So pretty much me and my husband did everything. So yeah. And there, this side, see, as you can see, this back wall was really bad, like it was really wet. So we need to wait until it's really fully dried and we can put the primer. So this one we didn't touch it because it's good yet, like yeah. So yeah, usually the bottom part is the worst one. So there you go. And then I still need to caulk this, like you put caulking here, the holes. So yeah, it's really hard, a lot of time. Oh my gosh, there's a bee. There's a bee. Oh my gosh, that's a big bee. Oh no, 2 bees. So there you go, guys. So now I'm gonna put the primer. We live in Wisconsin, so you only have a time to do it during summertime. So now it's September, almost next week, so we're trying to finish painting the house, and then it keeps raining, so we need to wait because you can't just paint when it's dry. I mean, you cannot paint when it's wet, so you need to wait for a few days to make sure the walls are dry before you paint. So now when we put the primer, we make sure that we really put it real thin yet, like the first time, because we still gonna do the second coat. And then after that we did the windows, the trims, the edges, and then the door. We started scraping like around June, and then we only do it on our free time because me and my husband both work. And then especially when it rains or when we're not in the mood to do it, then we just leave it like that. So sometimes we scrape, and then when it rains, I noticed that even you're done scraping after you get rain, and then the paint that we already been scraped, it will like started to like have edges, and then you need to scrape it again because seems like get bubbles again, and then it's wet inside, so we scrape it more. And then after that he sand it with a sander, and then make sure you fill up the holes with your caulking. So it takes a long time, really. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience, but now we're almost there, we're almost done. So let me know if you want to see the whole thing, like the result and what kind of paint did we use. But this video I'll show you also that on our, after we put the second coat of our primer, we did the paint, we pick a color, it's a light gray, and then we paint first the edges, the windows, and then the door, the side of the doors, because when we paint, we want to make it like faster, that we're not gonna be like paint the siding of the window and stuff like that. So we want to paint first the windows and the edges and stuff like that, and then we also take off the old caulking on the windows and the door. So my husband said that we need to paint first, and then when we're all done painting, then we can put all the new caulking on the windows. So and right now, see, that's our color of the, that's the color we pick. So it's like a light gray, and I'm trying to paint the edges of the window and then the edges of the ceiling. And by the way, we're not gonna do the ceiling right now, we're gonna do it next year, summers, because we don't have time anymore. It's gonna be fall, it's gonna be cold out. So yeah, so let me know if you want me to show you the whole house when it's all done. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. So I hope you gonna subscribe, like, and then if you have any question about painting, you can ask me and I'll answer some questions, because it seems like after we did this, really, I think like I know what I'm gonna do now. Like before, of course, it's our first time to paint the exterior of the house, but it feels like we really know what we are doing right now. Yeah, so yep. So guys, we got color of the paint already. So our house was like dark gray, and now we're using a light gray. That's it. So now I'm trying to paint the side first of the doors, the edges, so before we can paint the whole house. So, over there, and the sides, sidings. It's gonna be a long journey, but I'll show you when it's all done, hopefully. So yeah, my husband put a sticker there with the electric and stuff. So. Okay.
Feel me like a Hellcat.